All right. My name is Alex, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the library for a night of Japanese storytelling. Before we get into it, though, there are just a couple of things to mention. For starters, if any of you are summer game players, we have a summer game code right up at the front. Please feel free to grab it. There's also a QR code above it, so if anybody's interested in doing COVID contact tracing, we are happy to provide that if need be. Tonight's event is held in conjunction with the U of M Center for Japanese Studies and also JSD's Women's Group. As a part of Japan Week, we will have this event and many other things happening this week. We have a very handy list right at the other side of the room, so feel free to take a look. And that's all I have. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome Sine Kitamura of the JSD Women's Group.
Hi, how are you, everyone? こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。My name is Sane Kitamura. So I belong to the Japan Society of Detroit Women's Club. Women's Club is an NPO in Japanese society and located in Novi, Michigan. We celebrated our 30th anniversary last year. We have various cultural events and educational programs to create a friendly relations between the Japanese community and the neighborhood. We are coming to the storytelling event for another Japan Week. Okay, thank you for inviting us. So we are coming to with a high school student, so at Livonia and South Lyon and Novi. So please enjoy the storytelling. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Oh, そっか、ランディ。めくるんですよね。はい、大丈夫です。説明します。紙芝居の説明。あ、はい。
Today we're going to do Kamishibai. Kamishibai. What is Kamishibai? Kamishibai is the Japanese traditional style for storytelling, and it has been popular with children for 100 years. Multiple pictures are drawn for each story and stacked in pairs, and the reader tells the story while showing one picture at a time. How is Kamishibai shown? A man comes to the park with a bicycle loaded with his stuff. Then he uses a clapperboard to gather the children. He brings a kamishibai and lots of candy. He sells the candies to the children who gather around. The candy is both a snack and a seat ticket for the children. The children who buy candy can sit in a place where they can see the picture story show easily. Then he begins the Tanabata story.
Tanabata. What is Tanabata? Sorry. This is an annual event associated with a Chinese legend that a young woman and a princess, they are separated by a Milky Way, meet only once a year on the night of a 7th day on the July 7th. It has been combined with the traditional Japanese festival that women set up bamboos and prayed for improvement in sawing. It is also called the Star Festival.
Hello once again. How are you guys today? Good? Good? Okay. I'll be starting the story of Tanabata. Imagine we are standing high up in the sky on the banks of a river of stars called the Milky Way. Moo, moo. Oxen are grazing on the luscious grass. They are being tended by a young herdsman, Hikoboshi, whose job is to see that they eat well. Not a cloud can be seen in the blue sky. What is that I hear? The herdsman turned to listen. He could hear a lovely, gentle sound carried by the wind from somewhere far, far away. Kakarinton, kakarinton. I wonder what that is. Kakarinton, kakarinton. It was the weaver princess Orihime, weaving on her loom on the other side of the Milky Way. Dear me, I feel tired. As she stopped to rest, she gave a sigh. Suddenly, she heard a very faint sound in the distance. Moo, moo. There must be a herdsman somewhere looking after his oxen. Just then, the heavenly ruler appeared before her. What a beautiful place of clothes you have woven. Why, thank you. I have worked very hard on it. Well, you did very fine job. Actually, now that you finished weaving these beautiful clothes, there's something I wanted to discuss with you. What could that be? Well, now that you have become such an excellent weaver, I think you are ready to marry. Would you like to become the bride of Hikoboshi, the herdsman who lives on the opposite bank of the Milky Way? On the opposite bank? The herdsman? Then the oxen I heard mooing must be his. The weaver princess blushed and nodded her head sly. And so it came to pass that Hikoboshi, the herdsman, and Orihime, the weaver princess, were married. Young wife, isn't this pretty? I made a chain of wild flowers for you. Oh, wow, lovely. The young couple spent days after days together happily and did not even notice the passing of time. They enjoyed themselves so much that the loom the weaver princess had brought with her when she got married became covered with dust. When the heavenly ruler saw this, he became very angry. This is a disgrace. Even the hard-working herdsman is neglecting his job. I must put a stop to this. Immediately, the heavenly ruler called the younger couple before him. I'm glad to see you that you are happy together, but you can't go on neglecting your works. It makes me sad to do this, but each of you must return to your own side of the Milky Way and live alone again. Heavenly ruler, punish me in any other way you like, but please don't spare me from my young bride. And I cannot bear to live without my dear husband. Hikoboshi, the herdsman, and Orihime, the weaver princess, clung to each other and wept. Seeing as you love each other so much, I will make a special acceptation and allow you to meet once a year, on the 7th day of the 7th month, as long as you work hard for the rest of the year. So, the weaver princess returned to the east bank of the Milky Way and began to work again every day on her loom. Kakarinton, kakarinton. and on the west bank, the herdsman returned to tending his oxen. Moo, moo. How I wish the seventh day on the seventh month would come soon. The herdsman and the weaver princess thought only of when they would meet again. Finally, the long-awaited day arrived. But when the weaver princess got to the banks of the river in order to go across, what do you think he saw? Shh. The river was swelled from many days of rain, and the waters of the Milky Way were rushing violently between the two banks. What should I do? The waters have risen so high that I'll never be able to cross the river in the boat. Husband, dear husband, the weaver princess stood on the banks on the Milky Way, calling out for Hikoboshi, the herdsman. With all her might, just then, she heard the fluttering of wings, and a flock of magpies suddenly flew over to her. Who are you? We are magpies, and have come here to help you, weaver princess. Help me, you say? But how? Please wait just a minute. Saying this, the magpies flew up into the sky. Spreading their wings in a straight line, formed a long bridge across to the other side of the Milky Way. Now I understand. Thank you, dear magpies. The weaver princess hurried across to the opposite bank where the herdsman lived. We're so happy for you, weaver princess, and for you too, herdsman. Thank you very, very much. Hikoboshi, the herdsman, and Orihime, the weaver princess, who had not seen each other for 1 year, embraced for joy. Now, dear wife, let us enjoy the special day, Tanabata Day, together. Looking down on them from high in the sky above, the heavenly ruler broke into a smile. In summer, on a clear night, you can faintly see the stars of the Milky Way. But once a year, on the seventh day on the seventh month, if you look carefully, on the side you will see a bright blue star, and on the other a dim yellow star. One is Orihime, the weaver princess, and the other is Hikoboshi, the herdsman. This is a tale that was told long, long ago in China. The end. Okay. So next we'll be doing the same, the story of Tanabata, but in Japanese. So I'll pass the mic to Sanae-san, and she'll take over.
ならプリントいらないから。 それを見た天の神様はすっかり怒ってしまいました。なんということじゃ。働き者の彦星までが牛飼いの仕事をほったらかして、もう許せぬ。天の神様はすぐに2人を呼び寄せました。仲の良いのはいいが、お前たちみたいに遊んでばかりいてはどうにもならん。不憫じゃが、織姫も彦星も元のように天の川の向こう岸とこちら岸に分かれて暮らすのだ。天の神様、そればかりはお許しください。彦星様と別れるのはつろうございます。二人は泣いてすがりました。それほど愛し合っているのなら、別々に暮らしながら二人とも一生懸命働くがよい。そうしたら1年に一度だけ7月7日に特別に会うのを許してやろう。こうして東の岸では織姫がカタリントンカタリントンまた毎日機織りを続けるようになりました。そして西の岸では彦星がもう牛を連れて草を食べています。ああ、早く7月7日がやってこないかな。織姫も彦星もそのことばかり考えているのでした。ようやくその日が来ました。それなのに何ということでしょう。ゴーゴー、雨が降り続いていたので、天の川は激しい音を立てて流れています。どうしよう、こんな大水ではとても船で渡れそうにないわ。彦星様、彦星様。織姫は岸辺に立って声を限り叫びました。その時です。パタパタパタパタパタパタパタ、どこからともなくカササギが飛んできました。あれ、お前たちは。私たちは織姫様を助けにやってきたのです。助けるって私を。はい、お待ちください、織姫様。優が早いかカササギたちは一斉に羽ばたきながら翼を貫いて長い橋を渡してくれました。ああ、そうだったの。ありがとう、カササギたち。織姫はたくさんのカササギたちの上を渡って彦星のいる向こう岸へ急ぎました。よかったですね、織姫様。よかったですね、彦星様。ありがとう、ありがとう。1年ぶりに会った彦星と織姫はしっかりと抱き合いました。さあ、織姫、今日一日楽しい七夕を過ごそうよ。空の高いところから見ていた天の神様もにっこり笑っています。七夕の夜、雲のない空がきれいに晴れていたら、薄くぼーっと天の川が見えます。よく見ると、その天の川を挟んで青くキラキラ光る星と、薄く黄色く光る星が見えます。この2つの星が織姫と彦星なのです。昔々の中国のお話でした。おしまい。
Okay. Thank you guys for listening to our story. Our event is over, but if you guys are interested, please see the Tanabata decorations. It's one of the trees that come out in this story. The library event code is written by the stage. Please check out. And you see this word right here, tanzaku. Tanzaku is a paper used for to write your wishes on. It's like, yeah, right here. You write your wishes, and on the 7th month of the 7th day, or 7th day on the 7th month, you'll put it onto this bamboo tree, like an ornament in Christmas, and they say that the wishes come true. Japan Week will be held throughout this week. Please come and visit our events. And so, yeah, thank you guys.